Hello and welcome to MC in Focus, Montgomery College's only student-run news program. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Fiffick.
I'm Goaiseb. And here are today's top stories. A little over a year after the horrific terrorist bombing occurred at the 117th Boston Marathon, the city showed more pride than it ever had before. On Monday, April 21st, 2014, 36,000 runners took off on the 26-mile course through the city of Boston. Meb Keflezighi became the first American male to win the race since 1983, finishing in 2 hours and 8 minutes. Kenyan Rita Jepton won her third Boston Marathon, setting a new course record at 2 hours and 18 minutes. Clarksville, Maryland-owned Tatiana McFadden finished first in the women's wheelchair division of the Marathon Boston, time of hour 35 minutes. A moment of silence was held at the start of the race to commemorate those lost and injured in last year's attack.
The Ukrainian government is threatening to blockade Russian allies in the eastern part of the country. Ukrainian leaders believe some of the pro-Russian militants are taking over cities such as Sloviansk, which might have actual Russian soldiers. They are now accusing Russia of wanting to start World War III. The goal of the blockade is to prevent the militants from receiving additional weapons and supplies. In addition to the Ukrainian blockade, Barack Obama has threatened additional sanctions against Russia. In response to all of this, Russia has begun conducting military drills on the Ukrainian border. The government in Kiev has demanded an explanation but has yet to hear a response.
Many residents of Montgomery County took beautiful pictures of what their life is like in one day to share with everyone. You can find these images on mcmedia.org. Let's take a look at what's going on in your neighborhood, schools, and more.
In honor of Arab American Heritage Month, Montgomery College highlighted the history and contributions made by the Arab American community. Arab Americans are defined as second, third, and fourth generation immigrants. Montgomery County currently has a population of 10,000 Arab Americans. One event in the month at Montgomery College about how the 9/11 attacks shaped the struggles Arab Americans face. Another important event at the college was the Muslim Awareness, which included an open Friday prayer and public congregational service.
This week, all 3 of Montgomery College campuses hosted the 2014 Job Fair. Over 15 companies took part this year. Students had an opportunity to bring in their resumes and have it looked over by professionals. They also had a chance to talk with employers from various companies about different job descriptions. Some students were able to apply for available positions on site. They also had tips on how to prepare for an interview. The student finished with having an opportunity to communicate with potential employers.
We will be right back with more of the MC in Focus show after these student-produced commercials.
Most people know that they should wear sunscreen if they're going to be out in the sun, but many are unaware that getting a little sunshine every day is important for your health. You may have heard that sunlight helps your skin create vitamin D, which helps prevent cancer and heart disease. But did you know that just 10 minutes a day promotes better sleep, a happier outlook, and can even prevent depression and seasonal affective disorder? Don't let a gloomy indoors bring you down. Get outside for 10 minutes a day and get in touch with the joyful youth inside you. Sunshine, essential for life.
This week, the newest faces in the art world got to show off their creativity in the 3rd annual Student Art Walk. This event takes place every spring when the students of the Rockville campus bring the college to life with their art. The Student Art Walk started in 2012 when Professor Judy Stone's design class worked on an outdoor art project centered on the architecture and landscaping. The project was so well received, they decided to expand it to other areas on campus, allowing students the opportunity to open to themselves up to be creative. This year, Artwork features 23 works of art, including 2 live exhibits in front of the Theater Art and Campus Center building, as well as the centerpiece in the lobby of the library. Today is the last day to check out the exhibits. For more information, you can visit www.montgomerycollege.edu/artwork.
Mother Nature has been fair to us this week. Let's see if the same kind of weather will continue as we take a look at the weekend forecast. Temperatures will be steady in the mid-60s with a 70% chance of rain by nightfall. The stormy weather should move out overnight and temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow we will see partly cloudy skies and highs are expected to reach the lower 70s. On Sunday, expect a bit of the same with temperatures a bit cooler, highs in the mid-60s. We should see plenty of similar weather over the next week. However, by midweek, we will see some rain and an anticipated front will pass through the area late Wednesday night through Thursday. So make sure you have your rain jackets and umbrellas handy.
The historic Hardy House in Montgomery County recently sold for nearly $500,000. John Hardy built their house around 1860. The property was originally set on 230 acres. Parts of the property were sold to farmers back in 1941. The property stands on a lot that is about 1 acre. The Redfield real estate agent, Matt Modesett, said their house has a historic charm with modern amenities. The Hardy House is one of the few historic houses that still remains today in Montgomery County, Maryland.
After almost 2 years of preparation, Soul in Motion, also known as Simp Inc., is announcing its 30th birthday celebration. This event will take place Saturday, April 26th at 8 p.m. The cultural event will be hosted by African dancers and drummers from Soul in Motion, along with 7 other groups at Scott Fitzgerald Theater in Rockville. This year's anniversary will gather choreographers from all over the U.S. and from Africa. It will bring the audience and fans the biggest performance they have ever experienced. Now, today's consumers are becoming more and more health conscious, but many of us know by now that some food labels can be misleading. One company, however, is taking a stand against this dishonesty. Palm Wonderful, maker of products that contain 100% pomegranate juice, is suing Coca-Cola because the labels of its Minute Maid product makes false claims that would hurt Palm sales. Earlier this week, the U.S. Supreme Court questioned lawmakers from both companies. According to Palm court filings, the Minute Maid juice advertised as pomegranate blueberry is mostly apple juice with 0.3% pomegranate and 0.2% blueberry. Coca-Cola argues that they are compliant with FDA regulations.
Are you having trouble finding a parking spot in the morning? We recently spoke to Peter Henley of MC Design Team about future plans to improve parking on campus.
Montgomery College Rockville campus plans to build a parking garage north of Campus Center. The garage will be 5 levels with 680 new parking spaces. This exceeds the 120 current spaces by 560 new parking spaces. Unlike most of the parking garages, this one will feature a charging station for electrical powered cars. As of right now, there are no major concerns that will impact staff or faculty students in a negative way.
Our primary concern is no interruption to, or a minimum interruption for students and faculty accessing the campus, accessing parking lots, and making a lot of noise during construction.
As for funding, the college as a whole will bear the bulk of the funds.
Student fees will be covering the cost of the construction of the garage. Now, we typically float a bond to pay for the garage initially and then collect to pay back that bond money at a later date over a period of years. We're not anticipating any increase in student fees right now. Any student fees that you're seeing right now that have been increased for parking or transportation have to do with ride-on.
The current parking enforcement rules will remain the same as well. Students will still be required to have a registered MC parking permit in order to park in or anywhere on the campus. As for benefits, everyone is expected to benefit from this addition.
New students coming to the campus are the ones that are going to benefit from this. There'll be more positions for several other people, including security.
Still without an exact cost, the school remains confident that the MC parking garage will be a success. It is rumored that within the next 2 to 3 years, the parking garage will begin construction. Staff and faculty should expect the construction to begin shortly after the completion of the Science West building. This is Michael Hollingsworth with MC in Focus.
Right now it's that time of the show where we take a look at sports with the man himself, Marcus Van Putten.
Thank you, Brian. What's going on, guys? Welcome to MC Focus. This is your host, Mr. Dynamite, also known as Marcus Van Putten, and I'm going to give you the breakdown of what's going on in the world of sports. So let's kick it off with some Montgomery College sports. The men Raptors have been a force to be reckoned with this whole entire season. With their high-flying offense and a staggering defense, the Raptors baseball team have been having one of their best seasons in years. They're looking to make their playoff run as they're hoping to take care of business at 12 p.m. tomorrow against CCBC Dundalk. As for the Lady Raptors, even though this season hasn't been what they expected, the Lady Raptors have been playing hard this season and are looking to close the season on a strong note. Make sure to catch the Lady Raptors this Sunday against Allegheny at 12 p.m. Can you believe it? I don't think anybody saw this one coming. The Washington Wizards have proven to be an elite team in the East. However, they entered the playoff series against the Chicago Bulls as a big underdog. With many thinking they couldn't hang with the best of them, they are now closing the mouths of many critics. They are now up against the Chicago Bulls by 2-0 with both wins last Sunday and Tuesday on the road. They're looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead in the series as they go back home and face the Bulls tonight, 8 p.m. Now on to baseball. After recovering from a very tough week, the Washington Nationals have been able to get back on their groove of things. They hope to keep on their hot streak as they go against the San Diego Padres tonight at 7 p.m. As for the Orioles, they are over 500. They hope that they can move closer to the first place in the division as they play against the Kansas City Royals tonight at 7 p.m. Bad news for DC United fans as they will be without star midfielder Chris Pontius for 4 to 6 months. He will have surgery on his left hamstring. However, they are confident that even without their star player, they could still be a real strong team as they play against FC Dallas tonight at 7 p.m. And finally, for all you Redskin fans out there, even though it's not quite the time to sit down on Sundays and stuff your faces with popcorn, the NFL schedule did come out this week. The Redskins will play against the Texans to start their season, and they will play against the division rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, Week 8 and Week 17. Well, that's my time for sports today. I'm Marcus Van Putten. Back to you, Connie and Brian.
Thank you, Marcus. The battle continues to heat up on whether Costco will be allowed to construct a gas station at Westfield Mall in Wheaton. Residents, civic association, and environmental groups have battled in the idea of a 16-pump gas station that is being built by the popular retail giant. Costco plans to build the gas station at the mall's parking lot and has been blocked because it was within 200 feet of the Kenmont Swim and Tennis Club. Major concerns regarding construction include possible air pollution and potential groundwater runoffs. Others still believe that the gas station would be beneficial to the community.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us on MC in Focus. I'm Brian Fiffick.
And would like to say to our very own Abdul Karim, he's leaving us, this is his last week in the television production studio, so we wish him well as he goes to Sierra Leone. I'm Connie Ngozi.
And I'm Marcus Van Putten. Hope you guys have a good week. Good luck, Abdul.
Gonna watch a lot of basketball this weekend?
Oh yeah, definitely. I see the Washington Wizards, they're definitely